I think related to ecosystem, obviously, other blockchain projects have varying levels of history. Some have been around since, Bitcoin for a very long time, Ethereum since 2015. You guys launched last year. So there's obviously these arcs and people build communities around them. Right now, obviously DeFi is really hot, and Ethereum's, strained under the weight of those applications, and that's making usability for a variety of applications challenging. Do you see this as a window of opportunity for Algorand to kind of step out and get in front of not just DeFi developers, but developers on blockchains in general, to say, hey, third generation blockchains are here. You don't have to wait for Ethereum 2. What's your take on that?
For sure. I mean, I think that definitely Ethereum has built a really interesting community and clearly, has a variety of applications. I think at the same time, if you're trying to build a business and you're building it on a blockchain where, what it's going to cost you to run that application and what it's going to cost your users to transfer assets around is unknown, I think that's a very difficult thing to do. So I think as far as sort of existing applications, definitely, I think we've tried to tailor what we have in a way that we think will be attractive. And I think, scalability and performance are important. We think decentralization is also very important as well. We see a lot of projects that have made decentralization compromises in order to achieve performance, and we don't feel that's the right way to go about it. At the same time, I guess the other thing we think about though is the constraints that a lot of the first or second generation platforms pose have kept people from being able to deploy applications of scale in a meaningful way. So if you look at Props as an example, who deployed recently on Algorand, they brought over 4 million users that they migrated from a permissioned chain. And the reason they had it in a permissioned setting wasn't because they wanted privacy. It was because there was simply no other way that they could get the performance they needed. But they really favor transparency and being on a public network. And I think what's really exciting about an application like that is that it's, really millions of new users to the crypto community that weren't in it before and are excited about their application, which is about, loyalty points and sort of earning money for using different applications. So I think it's a really cool idea, but I think from our perspective, when you look at the size of the crypto community today, even though it's vibrant, it's still very small compared to the remainder of the world. There's only probably a couple 100,000 developers that build blockchain applications today, but there's almost 20 million that build mobile and web applications. Yeah. The same is true in terms of just retail consumers out in the world. There's billions that need to be introduced to digital money and decentralized systems. And I think largely the way they'll do that is through interesting applications that deliver value to them. And so for us, what we're really focused on, more than necessarily worrying too much about what goes on in the existing crypto community, is how do we encourage new applications that can generate scale quickly and really show the power of blockchain platforms and decentralized platforms, and introduce people to digital money at a scale and in ways that haven't really been done before. And so I think that's when you look at the developer tools we've built and the way we've approached the technology, it's really kind of with those things in mind. So I think definitely, by the way, the DeFi world is super interesting right now. I think what's fascinating about it is when you look at how DeFi is starting to approach things like governance and financial applications. What we're seeing now are really financial tools and applications that A, have never existed before, and B, couldn't have existed in a traditional setting. And so to me, that's definitely exciting. It's something we want to see more of in Algorand for sure. I think it's kind of part of a bigger story.